Hello, this is Shraddha and you are watching We Learn. In this series, we are learning subject Electrical Machines 2 which comes under 5th semester of Electrical Engineering. This subject basically covers synchronous machines. We have seen up till now basic classification of electrical machines, exactly where the synchronous machines comes under this, then construction of synchronous machine, working principle of alternator, and today we are going to see some very important terms to learn so that we can understand alternators better. Out of all the important terms, electrical and mechanical degree I already explained in my last video. Still we will revise it, and with this we will also see what do you mean by pole pitch, coil span, short pitch coil, full pitch coil, concentrated winding, distributed winding. So electrical and mechanical degree. As I explained you in my last video that if there is a two pole, then you can clearly see the mechanical degree between these two poles is 180 degree, while even the electrical degree between two poles will be always 180 degree. Just remember this thing, whenever you have two poles, north pole and south pole, or two adjacent poles, north pole and south pole, the electrical angle between them is 180 degree always, irrespective of number of poles. So here clear that we have angle between two poles is 180 degree electrical as well as 180 degree mechanical. So I can conclude that for two pole machine, electrical angle and mechanical angles are always same. Right. Similarly, let's take an example of four pole machine. Now here, let's consider if this is north pole, this is south pole, this is north pole and this is again south pole. The poles are always alternate. So if this is north pole and this is south pole and you see the angle between them, it's exactly 90 degree mechanical. But as I told you that electrical degree between any two adjacent poles will be always 180 degree. So here we can conclude that the angle between two poles is 90 degree mechanical but 180 degree electrical. So can I conclude that for four pole machine we have electrical angle is always twice the mechanical angle, right? Let's continue this understanding and let's take an example of six pole machine. In six pole machine, you can see that if this is north pole, adjacent south, north, adjacent south and so on. So mechanically it is clear if this is the angle between adjacent north pole and south pole is 60 degree. Okay. But as I told you that electrical angle between two poles is always 180 degree. So here we can say that in six pole machine, electrical angle is 3 times mechanical angle. Because it is mechanically 60, electrically 180 degree. So it is 3 times mechanical angle. Finally, we can conclude that for 8 pole machine, where the angle between two adjacent poles is 45, but electrical angle is as usual 180 degree. So we can say that electrical angle is 4 times mechanical angle. Let's try to conclude something. For two pole machine, electrical angle was same as mechanical angle. For four pole machine, electrical angle was twice. For six pole machine, electrical angle is thrice the mechanical angle, and for 8 pole machine it is 4 times mechanical angle. So can we conclude that it depends upon number of poles? Yes. One pair of pole, the angles are same. Two pair of poles, the angle is double. Three pair of poles, the angle is triple. So similarly, we can conclude that electrical angle is always P by 2 mechanical angle. P by 2 stands for pair of poles. P stands for number of poles. So it depends upon pair of poles. We always have poles in pair. So electrical angle is always given by P by 2 times mechanical angle, that is electrical angle is always given by pair of poles into mechanical angle. Please remember this formula, this is very important. Okay, so if we understood electrical angle and mechanical angle clearly, let's proceed to pole pitch. Let's try to understand what is pole pitch. Now this is an example of coil. I already explained you in last video that two conductors make a coil and many coils together makes a winding. So we are talking about armature winding right now, where we are just considering one particular coil of the armature winding. Okay, so let's try to understand this term pole pitch. Now, north pole is denoted by N here, south pole is denoted by S here. Now, these are two adjacent magnetic poles, north pole and south pole. The distance between this north pole and south pole is called as pole pitch. And here you can clearly see that pole pitch is always equals to 180-degree electrical. This distance between north pole and south pole is called as pole pitch, which is always 180-degree electrical, because I told you that between north pole and south pole it is always 180-degree electrical. So that you know, always pole pitch has to be 180-degree electrical. Now, if the conductor is so placed, if the coil is so placed that one conductor is falling exactly in front of North Pole, another conductor of the coil is exactly falling in front of South Pole, it means the coil is exactly kept so that for the full one pitch, and that pitch, then that coil is called as full pitch coil. I repeat, if the coil is so placed that one conductor is falling in front of north pole and another conductor is falling exactly in front of adjacent south pole, then that coil is called as full pitch coil. Okay, now then what is the short pitch coil? So if one conductor is kept in front of North Pole but another conductor is not kept in front of South Pole but slightly lesser distance, then we say that the coil is shorted. Then we say the coil is shorted, and the coil is called as short pitch coil. So this is the short pitch coil. This is the example of short pitch coil, and this is the example of full pitch coil. You can see it is shorted by some distance. I'll tell you what distance. So coil span. What is coil span? The distance between two conductor, what the coil is making, is called as coil span. So let's try to understand with these two example, what do we mean by coil span here. So if we talk about this particular coil, which is full pitch coil span is 180-degree electrical, that is the pole pitch. And when you talk about this short pitch coil, then the coil span is less than 180-degree. Now, how much less than 180-degree? It depends upon how much it is shorted. But for now, let's try to understand these terms. Pole pitch is the distance between two poles. Full pitch coil, if the coil is placed so that the two conductors of the coil exactly comes in front of the two poles. Then short pitch coil, if the coil is shorted by some angle, and coil span is nothing but the distance between two conductors of the coil, that is nothing but coil span. I hope these terms are clear to you. Let's move forward. Let's consider an example. What I'm considering right now is, let's consider this is a stator. Very clearly you can see the stator and the slots inside the stator. You can count this. Actually, this is an example of 24 slots stator. So let's consider a 4-pole 3-phase machine having 24 slots or 24 conductors. Okay, I repeat, we are having 24 slots on the stator and we have 4-pole machine. So what is pole pitch? Obviously, if there are 24 slots and 4 poles, so the number of slots falling under 2 poles, in between 2 poles, will be nothing but 24 by 4. So that is nothing but pole pitch. 24 by 4 is equals to 6 slots. It means 6 slots for each pole. 6 slots for each pole, or in other language you can say 6 slots are falling under each pair of pole. So let's count this. How many slots are falling under two, in between two poles are 6 slots. Now if the coil pitch or coil span is equals to pole pitch, then it is referred as full pitch winding or full pitch coil, as we have seen in last slide. If coil pitch is less than pole pitch, then it is referred as short pitch coil or short pitch winding. I hope this is clear. This is again a stator with the same 24 slots, And what I'm doing is I'm having this stator in a horizontal manner so that we can understand this full pitch coil better. Okay, now let's understand what is this all pole pitch. Now suppose this is the coil which is so placed that if one coil is coming under first slot, like in front of each pole, then another coil is placed after six poles, because as we have seen in last slide that 24 by 4, like six slots are there for each pole. So that is why when we say one pole pitch, it is of six slots. So if it is six slots, it doesn't mean that if first conductor is placed in slot number 1, another conductor will be in slot number 6. No, because when you count it like this. If this is at 1, then after 6 slots you will have another one. That will be a full pitch coil. Many students have confusion here. They always, what they do, when they start from first pole, they end up at sixth pole and you say it is full pitch coil. No, it is like when we count also, after this you need to have six pole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after this you start counting, and after this you need to have six pole. So if you are starting from 1, you need to go to 7. If you are starting before 1, say for the 24th slot, if you are starting, then you can end up at 6. But you always need to have 6 slots before having the second conductor to complete, for complete full pitch coil. Okay, so if it is full pitch coil, okay, and obviously it is armature winding, it is not coil. Coil is just for understanding, but then when many coils are placed together, joined together, it forms a winding. Okay, so if another coil is also placed such that these two are connected here, then another coil is placed. Now you can see the coils are so placed that it is distributed amongst the slots in front of poles. They are not concentrated on the same slot, but they are distributed among the slot. Such kind of winding is called as distributed winding. Such kind of winding is called as distributed winding. So what is concentrated winding then? Let's see the example of concentrated winding as well. Now in this example, if these are the number of slots as we have seen in last slide, and this is the first coil placed, and if you have the coils turns again and again placed in the same slots, then it is called as concentrated winding. Thank you.